So a study of Sri-Vidya involves three, you can say that, the building of Sri-Vidya, if you like, you can call it that way, rests on three things: the mantra, yantra and tantra. Of these, we are very familiar with mantra, right? We all know that they are not just random syllables or anything that's just been put together. They have been revealed to the sages, right? So it's energy fields that are created. When a mantra is chanted, the energy of that devata is supposed to be present there. Okay? So there's certain syllables, they're called as seed syllables, because they have the potentiality to bring that deity in your presence. Okay? So for example, when you say gum, that is a bija that is related to Ganapati. Dram is a bija related to Dattatreya. Dattatreya is a form of Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra together. Okay? Some of you may not be familiar with who these deities are, but don't worry about it. It's the sound, syllable and the deity that are going together. Okay? So these are, the mantras are highly potent, and by constantly repeating the mantras, they say mananat trayati iti mantraha. So what is a mantra? It is something that creates that energy field by constantly repeating it. So when you constantly repeat the same mantra over and over again, you are creating that vibrational energy field there. And that has the power to interact with you, and you can, express your desires, or you can express whatever it is that you wish to that deity. So one is the mantra. There's a small story here where, just to give you an idea of what mantras can do. There's a young boy who is tending to buffaloes, and he goes and he's taking care of these buffaloes, and there is a wise man who is going by and he's very thirsty. So he asks him, can I have some water? So he says, of course, and then he gives him some water to drink. And then this wise person wants to bless him. He says, you have given me water and I would like to bless you. So he says, no, that's okay, you don't need to do anything. But he says, no, I want to bless you. What is your favorite thing in the world? So this boy was not sure what to say. So he said, my favorite thing is buffalo. Okay, so because he's tending to buffaloes. So he says, I like buffaloes very much. So he says, okay, so he gives him the mantra. And he says, Bhai Soham. Okay, that is the mantra he has given. And he goes away. And a few months later, he comes back, and then, he hears some noises from a cave. So this boy, he actually goes into a cave and he keeps chanting this mantra, Bhai Soham, Bhai Soham. He keeps chanting that mantra. This wise person, he comes back to that area and then he sees, and he says, he can hear some strange sounds coming, and then he goes there and then he says, and then he remembers that the little boy was there. So he says, you come out now, no need, it's enough, you come out, you don't need to chant a mantra anymore. He says, no, I cannot come out, I'm too big. He has become the buffalo. So he's become as big as the buffalo, and he says, I cannot come out now. So because, maybe the faith and maybe the complete implicit trust that he had in what was told to him, and he experienced that he had himself become the buffalo, and he says, I cannot come out because I've become big. When he went into the cave, he was just a small boy. Bhai Soham is I am buffalo. So that is the mantra that was given, okay? So I am a buffalo. So in today, what we do, all the healing affirmations, whatever we do, we are constantly reaffirming who we are. So these are the mantras, right? So a mantras also consist of usually two parts. One is what are called as the Beeja Aksharas, which are the seed potentialities. And the second part is somewhat explanatory type of a part that is joined to the mantra. So usually, even if you translate the mantra, there is no translation for the Beeja letters. The Beeja Aksharas are irreplaceable parts of the mantra, and there may be other parts where it is a description of the deity or something, which sometimes can be, translated into something, or you can at least have a meaning for that. Okay.